All units responding 2729 South McClure Street, called in by a neighbor who said he could see smoke coming from the roof of this house.
All right, on January 12th, around 7:40 in the evening, Engine 81 was dispatched to a residence fire. Upon arrival, they saw they had heavy smoke coming out all the eaves and marked it working and ended up going attack mode.
Engine 81.
On scene 2729 South McClure, single-story residence, smoke showing from the roof. Engine 81 will establish coming in via TAC. We have a hydrant in the front yard.
Firefighter Jeff Ball was the ride-out officer that night. He had Trevor Johnson in the back and also Morgan Pruitt with him, and Rob Johnson is the engineer. As Firefighter Ball came around the apparatus, he was met by three neighbors pointing at the Delta side window. The rear Delta side window, they were screaming to him that she's in there, the mother's in there, and the baby. He's being told by all three neighbors, there's a mother and a baby in there, that they know they're in there. So Firefighter Ball did a great job of a split-second decision of saying we're going to VES this. Not only did he make that decision in his head, but he also verbalized it on the radio. And he verbalized that 74s, which was pulling up at that time, they were going to have primary attack now, and that he was going to get searched.
Control Engine 81.
Engine 81.
Mark as possible entrapment.
Clear on possible entrapment.
74 second engine, we'll be back up.
24, pull the primary attack line. We're VES in this back window.
Engine 74, battalion 80, did you get that second plug?
Negative, we're helping them with theirs.
Command from Engine 82, we'll be arriving third engine. We'll get that second hydrant at Farnsworth and McClure.
Control battalion 80 is arriving. Battalion 80 will assume command.
Battalion 80 is on scene by authority of Battalion 80, assuming McClure command, 1945.
He made that call for many reasons, but you have the people screaming at him, telling that it's a very good, confident, there's somebody in there, in that window, which is the same size as the window as every bedroom in that house. He's also knows that his next due ladder, his first due ladder, is several minutes out. So search has to be done, and it's vitally important. One of the key components of this run that we have to keep in mind, and it really brings to light the importance of that second water supply. On this particular fire, you have a lot of moving parts, a lot of things going on, but Engine 81 had a hydrant straight across the street from the house that they planned on hitting, and it wasn't supposed to be any big deal. But unfortunately, as they went to hit the hydrant, the stem was broke. The second due engine passed up a hydrant to get water to the fire as quickly as possible. The problem with that is now we no longer have a hydrant in place. Engine 82, being the RIT engine, and knowing they were RIT as they were coming in, was listening to the radio and did an excellent job of figuring out that, wait a minute, we don't have a water supply. They made the move to start initiating the second, or getting the second hydrant so they would have a water supply. And as they're doing that, Chief Boots recognizes the same thing and verbalizes it to them. But it was a good on their call for already being on top of it and starting to get the water supply even before the incident commander had to tell them.
Engine 82 is arriving third engine. We got a hydrant.
82, you'll have red.
Engine 82 is clear with RIT.
82s, we're going to need that second hydrant. 81's plug isn't opening up.
Affirmative, we're coming with it.
As they make entry into the house, they are met with Firefighter Johnson starts making his way around. He finds a slider door. It kind of confuses him a little bit as he's doing his right-hand search. Then he comes across the refrigerator and then a stove. He realizes he's in a kitchen. However, his next thing he finds is a toddler bed. So as he's making his way around, he finds a toddler bed, so it's making him think, still believing they are getting ready to find a mother and child in there. The attack line was delayed by an issue at the front door getting through the front door. I don't know what the issue was, but it was a delay. So Firefighter Ball, seeing active fire through the doorway of the kitchen into the living room, asked for the line to be brought through that window that they VES'd.
Attack from command.
Go ahead.
What you got, Jeff?
We VES in the back bedroom. We found the fire. I'm getting water on the fire right now.
Okay. Water on the fire.
This is not a tactic that we teach or that we want to perform on a normal basis. But in this situation, when we have active fire, we have verbalization that we have a woman and a child, a baby, inside, it was the right call. We need to get water on that fire immediately. So firefighter Ball pulled the line in. They started putting water on the fire as they are continuing their search. Luckily, they did not find anyone inside the structure, but it was later found that the mother and the child were down the street. And as soon as that was confirmed, it was announced by the incident commander, Chief Boots, that the mother and child had been found, or the homeowners had been found.
From attack.
Ty, go ahead.
VES is back bedroom. Nothing found yet. Got a decent knock on the fire. Checking the attic right now.
Okay. Jeff, you got a lot of smoke coming from that attic area. Control from command.
McClure command.
Homeowner's been located.
Clear on homeowner located.
The search did continue, and they made sure no one was in the house. And we are lucky for that. There was a lot of good points here. I think the way the communication went on the radio was incredible. I think firefighter Ball he's a ride-out officer, and it shows the importance of those ride-out officers and how their split-second decision-making can make a huge impact on our community and the incident at hand when we're dealing with these things. So I felt like after our training last week, we had a great training on VES and searching off the hose line as an engine company, and even talked about the engine companies being. We actually mentioned 81s and 85s are prime places for VES to take place. But that's not even every engine company out there is the same thing. If you never know when your ladder's going to be out, when there's going to be something that they're at, an event or another run or whatever it might be, where that ladder's out of service and is unable to get to that engine right away. So these calls have to be made and they have to be thought about. But I think this really shows the validity of the training last week that we were conducting with our engine crews, and showing the importance of them being proficient at search.